Let's speak AI. AI is here and is here to stay. And before we reach this era, they told us it was coming. iRobot, Will Smith. So they always tell us these things. Do you know what I mean? They always show us in the movies that they're either doing this and that behind the scenes, or they know this exists, or this is yet to come. Something is yet to come. They always let us know, in plain sight. So now that we are here, I don't know how to feel about AI. I feel like it has so many, there's pros and cons, but there's a lot of cons. And we just have to be prepared. We have to be prepared for the worst and what's ahead of time, because it's just like, as much as it is positive, it makes life easier, it automates, you're able to now automate tasks, do emails. It's so helpful for everything, whether it's work and just different careers, the media as well, videos, editing.
Okay, so this update from Kling might change how creators make videos. They just updated their motion capture model, and it's kind of wild what it can do. Because now you don't need costumes, you don't need makeup, you don't even need to look like the character. And it's all gotten so much easier. You just turn on the camera, act out the scene, and Kling maps your performance directly onto a completely different character. And honestly, let's be real for a second. Would you have stopped scrolling to watch my face? Or her, face? Exactly. That's where this starts to get really interesting for creators. Because now you can control the performance, but present it however you want. And if you want the full breakdown on how to use Kling 3.0 motion control, drop breakdown in the comments. And if enough people want it, I'll do a full step-by-step tutorial in my next long-form video.
It's just like amazing, but then again, there's a lot at stake and it's just risky. And there's been a lot of films, series, and there's a lot of themes now about AI. So let's speak about The Capture. The Capture is a Netflix series that was suggested to me by one of my mods on TikTok Live. And yeah, we watched it. I watched it, and then we discussed it on my lives as a group, as a collective. And it was very interesting. It was definitely one of the best series that I've watched in a long time. I watched it sometime last year. I think either the beginning of the year or the end of the year. I can't remember, but it was a great watch. I'm not going to lie. It's basically about the government editing live CCTV and making citizens commit crimes that they're not committing. So say like somebody standing at the bus stop, they're now editing live CCTV and making out as if that person standing at the bus stop is doing something that they are not. And that whole concept, when you watch it, is so interesting, and it can be difficult to wrap your mind around, at different parts of the series. But yeah, it's just like, I don't know. With our judicial system, it's so flawed already. They make so much mistakes. They send people to prison by mistake. And they even they tamper with evidence and send people prison on purpose. They target a certain audience, a certain crowd more than others. There's so much things that go on and so many things that are wrong with our justice system. Can you imagine now that AI is into play? Can you imagine if they solely rely on AI to like convict people and stuff? We will be finished. I'd say society is already finished now with everything that's going on, the injustice that's happening. So yeah, it'll be very interesting to see what happens going forward and so forth. Where else is AI? We can see celebrities online saying things that they're not really saying, people using AI to make celebrities speak out about different situations, trending topics. Example, Offset, Stefan Diggs, and Cardi B. I've seen so many videos of AI making out that Cardi is saying this, saying that, and she's not. Do you know what I mean? But it sounds real. That's the scary thing. And it's like, when you actually look into it, it's not real, because we know Cardi's character, the things she will and wouldn't say, and how she will go live and say this and that. We know that that's AI. But imagine if we didn't know her character, or imagine if she wasn't a celebrity. Do you know what I mean? So it's just so scary, what people are doing with pictures, recordings, voice notes, videos. It is a scary time to live in. EastEnders also done a theme on AI yesterday. So Patrick has been around for a long time in EastEnders. You guys may know who he is. And basically, his son was killed, Anthony. His son was killed in the show by his daughter for self-defense. And Denzel is Patrick's grandson. And Denzel brought the phone to Patrick and showed him like an AI app of Anthony's voice in it, Anthony speaking to Patrick, and so forth. And when you look at it, that's just so weird, and that's not helpful to anybody in any situation, especially how they've just lost their loved one. It's not going to help them in any way. It's not going to help the grieving process. Some people may think it will, but I personally think it wouldn't. Yolande, like in the show, she said something that most of us, she just basically said that when we leave the dead to rest, we don't, it's weird for somebody to lose a loved one and then just speak to the AI app, and then the AI impersonate their loved one, the person that died, and act like the person that died. It's just, it's weird, It's not going to allow anybody to heal, move forward, or accept reality for what it is. And also, imagine if the AI app starts telling people to commit suicide or, to do dangerous things. It's unacceptable. I don't know if it's in play now. I think it is, because as I said, we see the celebrities saying things that they're not really saying, AI making the celebrity say things that they're not really saying. So it is into play, but can you imagine if that becomes a thing, like AI acting like impersonating people's loved ones that has died? That is crazy. But yeah, guys, man, this is an era. We're here now. I feel like it's something we need to prepare for. There's so much, every 50 years, even every 10 years, every decade, something happens in the world, something comes to light, there's this mad change. So yeah, man, it's just that concept that just don't ever get too comfortable, and try and plan ahead as much as you can. But I hope you guys like this video. Please subscribe, like, and share. Bye.
Sometimes in life, you have those TV shows that you adore, and they play such a huge role in your life only to overstay their welcome with more seasons than you wanted or needed. And then you have those shows that kind of come and go, but they leave a lasting impression and leave you yearning for more. And that's exactly how I feel about mystery thriller detective series The Capture, which is now available to stream on Netflix, and it's a series that I adore. The first season of The Capture premiered on BBC One on the 3rd of September 2019, and the series was a huge success across the 2 seasons, yet fans of the show, including myself, have been left waiting for a 3rd season, which as of now doesn't seem likely. The Capture was created, written and directed by Ben Shannon and delves into the world of surveillance technology, exploring the way in which manipulated video footage can be used to distort the truth and obstruct justice. Season 1 of the series follows Sean Emery, a former soldier who is acquitted of a controversial crime in Afghanistan, but soon finds himself in further trouble when he is accused of kidnapping and unaliving his barrister Hannah Roberts, which is seemingly backed up by CCTV. As Sean fights to clear his name, Detective Inspector Rachel Carey, who has been fast-tracked into her position, uncovers a complex conspiracy involving Sean and the CCTV evidence. Firstly, Holliday Grainger delivers an excellent performance as the lead and the anchor of the series through her portrayal of Rachel Carey, who fights for truth and justice but isn't as squeaky clean as she appears. Now, Season 2 takes a shift in focus and hones in on rising politician Isaac Turner, played by the very talented Papa Aseadu. Turner finds himself at the centre of a deepfake conspiracy and a media storm, which threatens his career and his reputation, and this sets off a race against time for Turner and Carey to uncover the truth. Where Season 1 delves into hidden agendas and the power of manipulated footage, with a personal case spiralling into a much larger conspiracy, Season 2 further expands on the stakes, exploring the way in which manipulated footage can influence broader narratives and create far-reaching, dangerous consequences. The great thing about The Capture is that the series immediately grabs your attention, pulling you into a world of mystery, darkness and conspiracy, whilst trusting you as the audience to follow along as the story unfolds. Every episode across the 2 seasons leaves you craving more, eager to uncover the next piece of the puzzle, almost as though we as the audience are detectives ourselves. And then the concept of deepfakes and the possibilities of real-life video manipulation only heightens the experience as a viewer and makes you question the world that we live in today. And the supporting actors in the series superbly supplement the leading cast, which includes Famke Janssen, Ben Miles, and Ron Perlman. And their characters all have connections to the correction program and the behind the scenes machinations. If you've seen The Capture, I want to know your thoughts in the comments. Did you enjoy the series? Did you not? And if you didn't, why did you not enjoy this series? And if you haven't seen the series, it's definitely one that I would highly recommend. And if you're a lover of all things film and TV, make sure to give me a follow.
AI about to put you Instagram models out of business, ain't it? I was on Instagram the other day and I was just noticing how many accounts got these fake AI Instagram models. And I ain't even gonna hold you. You can't compete with them. You can't compete with them. AI done took some of your best of the best looking women and merged them all together and created perfect women. And you got these goofy men in the comment section lusting over AI models. They don't even realize that they looking at a fake woman, a woman that doesn't actually exist. They messing up y'all game. They messing up y'all game. I don't know how much longer, what type of money really will be in it for being an Instagram model or doing thirst trapping on Instagram when you got AI models to compete with. And I would imagine that the next thing they're gonna be coming for is OnlyFans. All right. And so you're gonna have to be competing with AI generated women on OnlyFans. That's a tough market. All right. We sitting over here talking about the white collar jobs is going to be taken over by AI. I don't know if y'all Instagram and OF models was prepared for this to happen to y'all too.